everyone, welcome back to Homework Genius. In this video, I'm going to show you how to graph a line. The slope-intercept equation of a line is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and the y-intercept is at 0b. And the slope of a line, which is denoted as m, of the non-vertical line passing through the 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2, can be written as m equals the change in y over the change in x, otherwise known as delta y over delta x, which equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Let's try an example. We are told to sketch the graph y equals 2x plus 1. So we have this line here in the form of y equals mx plus b. Since it's already in the form y equals mx plus b, we can easily pick out our m and our b. So we can write our slope m as 2 over 1 to show the change in y over the change in x. And for our y-intercept, which we know is 0b, in this case, we write it as 0 and we know our b is 1. Now we know everything we need to sketch the graph. Let's start by plotting our y-intercept point. So for our y-intercept, we know that our x is always going to be 0, and in this case, our y is 1. So we can plot this point at 0, 1. And our slope tells us the change in y over the change in x, meaning how many units we move in the y direction and how many units we move in the x direction. And for this slope, we see that we move 2 units in the y direction for every 1 unit in the x direction. So we would start at the point we already know is in the line, our y-intercept. So let's start at 0, 1, and move positive 2 in the y direction, 1, 2, and positive 1 in the x direction, 1. And that's where we can plot our point. And now we can draw our line through those 2 points. And that is the graph of the line y equals 2x plus 1. Let's try another example. We are told to sketch the graph of 3y plus x minus 6 equals 0. So when we have an equation that looks like this, the first thing we want to do is put it into the form y equals mx plus b so we can easily pick out what our slope and y-intercept is. So we can start by moving that x and 6 over to the right side so we leave that y on the left side. So let's write 3y equals, and if we subtract and add over that x and 6, we have negative x plus 6. And let's divide both sides by that 3. So now we're left with y equals negative 1/3 x plus 2. Now that this is in y equals mx plus b form, we can identify our m and our b. In this case, our m is negative 1/3 and our b is 2, so our y-intercept will equal 0, 2. Now we can sketch the graph. So let's start by plotting our y-intercept point first. So we'll plot the point at 0, 2. And for the slope, we have a negative 1/3 here. When you have a negative fraction, you can either have the numerator be negative or the denominator be negative, but you can't have them both be negative. We will go ahead and use negative 1 for our change in y and positive 3 for our change in x. So starting from our y-intercept at 0, 2, you would move down negative 1 in the y direction and positive 3 in the x direction. And that's where you can plot the point. And now you can draw your line through those 2 points. And this is your graph of the line y equals negative 1/3 x plus 2. Here is page 1 of the problem so you can screenshot it for your notes. And this is page 2. I hope this video helped. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching.